It is now streaming live on Facebook. I see it.
Yeah.
Is anyone watching?
Seriously.
Welcome to the live stream.
Right. The fuck?
All right. How'd everybody like the music video?
We're live.
Live-ish. Are we live?
You're allegedly live. Yep, we're live. All right.
It's
Let the
just streaming
questions
on
win.
Facebook now.
Avatar bringing Spinal Tap into the 21st century with 3 crashed live streams. Hello, everybody.
So we are
Hello.
live.
Thank you much for joining us. We all dressed up in our nicest clothes. Robots don't wear suits.
Oh, fuck. You didn't say anything, you fuckers. They are just tricking me.
Yeah, no, but John, next time, definitely wear your suit, all right?
All right. I guess I will do that then.
So, yeah. Hey, we just released the first song from the Hunter Gatherer, and it feels weird. People who follow me on Twitter are writing nice things. You guys are writing nice things there. And what other people think, I don't really care. So thank you guys for your support and for watching and being here. And I guess we're gonna, it's so weird because nothing worked until it did right now. But yeah, we want to answer some question of yours. Hit us.
Give us those questions.
It does.
All right. What's with the hats, I guess, was a question that I saw buzz by.
It was dress code among everyone in the band who's really dedicated to the art.
Everyone with the tattoo.
Yes, everyone with Avatar tattoos. Everyone who truly loves Avatar, of course, wears a hat for this occasion. Everyone dedicated.
Many people asking, when will the album be available for purchase?
Oh, good question.
Who could answer that?
Maybe the guy that is actually sitting in the merchandise warehouse.
That's true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Of Avatar shirts. So, David, let me ask you a question. When is it going out?
All of the albums will be fulfilled to arrive on or around the release date of August 7th. And all other pre-order merch is not actually pre-order merch. You'll get it shipped right away. Tees, hats, bandanas, patches, lots of other wonderful things. So go buy some cool.
Actually, a serious question. David, yes. Have you posted it?
Yeah, the items are live. I'm arranging them in their order of visibility on stores as we speak.
It's happening as we speak.
It's happening now. Get excited. Don't crash the stores, though. I mean, it would look cool, but then people can't buy anything. So
please buy. We need to afford food.
And face masks.
Pretty serious.
Feed Johan's cat.
Huh? Johan's cat? Never.
Yeah.
No, it actually
Cats is plural.
Oh, there's multiple.
Yeah.
Apologies for my insolence. Anywho, let's see what other questions we got. When are the new songs going to be available on Spotify?
When the album comes out.
No, but Silence is coming out.
Oh, the new song.
Yeah, that one is coming out tomorrow. Probably in like 1.5 hours if you live in Sweden.
Wonderful.
So a half hour if you live in Finland?
Yeah. Or lots of hours if you live in Hawaii.
Yeah. The are the overalls going to be part of the new, or are they going to be the new uniform? Like a sponge on the,
our new uniforms are in fact our new uniforms.
Wonderful.
That's a very astute observation.
I like it. Are there going to be softer songs on the album?
Yes.
Yes.
Softer than ever and heavier than ever. Most of it is probably heavier than ever.
A nice range.
There's some softer than ever as well. And everything is definitely darker than ever.
Here's one I know we've talked about before, but someone who might have missed it would appreciate knowing. Is Cory Taylor actually featured in the album?
Yes.
Yes. He is.
Oh, good answer. How long did it take to film?
Stick to these yes and no questions. That is
He had a real question, I think.
it is fucking. It's late here in Sweden. It's,
fair enough.
Need to go to bed.
How long did it take to film the new video?
Well, it depends how you count. Now, this is a story all about how my life was twisted.
Got the same.
So, John, I guess you know the days more precisely, but the thing is, since we had to make this music video twice, it took some pretty damn long time, because we made a music video that we didn't like what we ended up with. Once we saw it, what we had written, once it was filmed and we started to edit it, we didn't like what we saw. It turned out that the script didn't hold up, so we had to start over. And that decision was made probably one day before travel bans came flying in, and I live in a different country from the rest of the band, so we had to figure out how to make a music video. Do a music video as people do long distance relationships.
The parts
getting
with
dressed in front of a camera.
The parts where we are all together, those were filmed at an earlier occasion before we went to Russia, and then we could all be together, and we filmed some other stuff too, and then we had to throw all the other stuff away. Then came Corona, and then we had to figure something out. That is the reason Johannes is in the photos because you could do that at home.
Yeah, but the thing is, honestly, the cool thing about it is that now this obviously we like much better what we ended up with. So yeah, we released this version of it, and the whole, where was I going before the burp? The whole thing is, when you work within certain limitation and constraints, forces you to be creative in a different way. That if we didn't have to solve this problem, I don't think we would have come up with the storyline and the presentation that we have for this music video, which is, frankly, I think is amazing.
Where did you actually film your parts, Johannes?
Out in the woods here, close in the park next to where I live.
Well done.
Well, thank you.
Who's your videographer?
Thank Paki for shooting. We were just, this decision was made in April also, and it's like, okay, so we'll be fine, crawl around outside in the dark, it's spring is coming. Then it started to snow again. And the day before and the day after we filmed that outdoors, it snowed. So there's that.
Finished summer.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's always, we always have those music videos where I think this one will probably be comfortable to do for once, no slamming fists into concrete floor while being splashed with ice cold water as in Hail the Apocalypse, no harnesses to fly around with that cuts your dick off like all of Avatar country, or going into almost freezing cold water and pretend to drown and pretending to be Tim. There's always something each time, and this one was fairly comfortable until I had to crawl around in the woods in the middle of the night and close to 0 degrees Celsius. Art.
Cons album come from?
David.
Off it up, David. Come on.
David.
All right, I'm gonna snap a question. I got it feed here. Shirtless in the cold woods. Damn, that's dedication.
That's not a question.
That's not a question.
You gotta be Swedish. You have never went to the forest with no shirt. All right.
Is there any other way?
You gotta dress like the animals
to fit in.
Somebody please write me a serious question. I'm fucking looking at this right now. It's just lovely.
Hey, respect the drummer.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Do we have any tabs or notes on any of the songs? Guitar players.
Yes, we have somewhere. Not available yet though.
Yeah, and I guess most of the tabs are just like the different parts. We still haven't put it together to become the full song. Now I have two Davids.
Oh, that's weird. Hello.
But that's probably something that we're looking to give out in the near future. Hopefully.
Yeah.
With the rest of the tabs that we are been giving up for a near future for the last 7 years, maybe. Hey, I like a question here.
15.
Someone is asking, who is the teddy? And correction, it's not a teddy, it's a monkey, it's an ape, because the song is called Silence in the Age of Apes, not Silence in the Age of Teddy Bears. And if you people knew how much time we put in finding the perfect ape for that shit, why do we have two Davids?
I don't see any David.
Someone boot the other one. I had a Wi-Fi issue.
Who's
apparently-
spreading? Who's
I got on John's
spreading
plan for a
virus
minute.
here?
Yeah,
David's back.
I'm back.
Back again.
Sorry for the brief departure there. I'm not sure if my
We're
question
probably
made it in before I left. Where
crashing
did
the
the concept
internet
of the
right now.
album cover?
Say again?
I'm not sure if my question made it in before I left. Where did the concept of the album cover come from?
From our brains. Next question.
Clever.
Okay, so the album is. I guess we have to, try to have it make some kind of sense. Also talk about the. Oh no, one David left.
It's okay.
To talk about
The inferior.
the album title and everything. So it's called Hunter Gatherer, and that is, as the album touches so much on trying to deal with our inner nature, and our inner nature facing our outer nature, what's going, the world we live in and everything we're facing, and that clash, and coming to just, it's really one of those albums that really tries to ask in different ways what it is to be human and everything. And the part of it dealing with our inner nature and the challenges connected to all of that. So yeah, I'm not quite making sense. It's the latest in Finland. What you have there on the album cover is, me puking inner nature all over your faces.
Thanks.
Make sense?
How was the recording process of this album different from others?
Well, for starters, we did it in Los Angeles. We've never done that before. And what else, guys?
We did it live. Like
Yeah,
we
do
went
some live.
Yeah, we went back to we did Haley Apocalypse the same way. We did all the takes live from start to like all the way through. We did a lot of rehearsing before this album, so it's like we did no cuts, no edits, just played. That is probably like a different thing with this album compared to others. We recorded on tape. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Really?
our manager will be happy that we mentioned it, because they think it's even cooler than we do.
Yeah.
We spent we compared to Avatar Country, we had more time, which was also necessary.
I love them.
There were huskies in the studio.
They were real cute.
And one was deaf.
Blind.
Yeah.
Blind.
I know
Blind.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big shit.
No, I think one thing that made this album very different, I guess that also affect the recording process, is that sense of knowing where we were going with it. And I think those are lessons learned from the past two albums, that this is not a concept album. However, the stuff we learned on the two prior ones still, I think, made us better at defining a goal for what we wanted things to be. The way I think of it now, at least, and how I remember it, is that I feel like we had less flat out arguments about how we wanted things to be. We had worked through kind of what kind of album we're making, what the songs need to be. Like we agreed a lot, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're saying it's different?
Or else.
Yes, you do.
I like it. Henrik, what kind of
Guys
bass did
dressed
you
up,
play?
did you purposely leave John out of the clothes? Somebody asked. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing it out again. If there's anybody joining in right now, yeah, they purposely.
Thank
Let me
you.
out.
Thank you very much.
Good. Did you guys tie your own bow ties?
No, this
No.
is I bought it this way.
Ah, clip on, eh?
Yeah, I'm lazy.
Yeah, same.
This
Cheating.
is a Windsor knot, and yes,
I had 5 minutes. I had like 2 minutes.
Fair enough. You guys did do a very quick change. I mean, no one else got to enjoy it, but it was
No
like,
one wondered why I wore a coat length hoodie and a scarf for a Zoom meeting.
I thought you tried to look very.
Hardly.
I'm 14 and I'm deep. I didn't say anything.
it's good. This question is for John. You have good drumming skill that are insanely good. Have you ever considered doing a drum video like Jonas and Tim did with their guitars?
Yeah, it's just drum kits and apartment is not a perfect match. But yeah, I need to find a rehearsal room, I suppose.
Just pay off your neighbors.
We should do it. We should do it on the next tour in 15 years. And
Don't say that. It's so sad. Will there be any exclusive items for sale in the Avatar Country fan club store? And the answer to that is yes.
yes,
A resounding yes, including a special limited edition vinyl that you can only get there, and there's a limited quantity of them as well.
I want one.
They're not up yet, but they will be soon, along with more items.
AvatarCountry.com.
AvatarCountry.com. Join the fan club.
They're not
Okay.
live yet.
They are not live yet, correct. Is Silence the heaviest song on the album?
No.
No.
No. Cool. In what way, if at all, has the corona crisis affected your creative and or recording processes for this album?
It didn't have time to affect that. Like we mentioned earlier, it affected our music video making process significantly. But as far as the album goes, it was all done. We were mixing at the time, and that jaded in the States anyways. We anyway communicated over a distance. So
Okay.
no, we escaped that hurdle. Luckily, this was recorded in December last year.
Mhm. Do you guys think about playing the albums live when you're working out your parts and developing the music in the studio, or does that all come after the fact?
Always.
Yes.
I would say mostly.
Yeah, mostly, most parts.
Then sometimes, especially Tim can't help himself with writing 5 guitar parts and stuff. I don't know if I don't remember now if a part like that ended up on the album, but
No,
like
I think so.
the general point is to kind of.
But these songs for me, they are very live, like very live. Just mostly 2 guitars and not a lot of good, like extra guitars.
No,
Except
you're
for
right.
Stuff and clean.
We did good this time.
Yeah.
Nice. Will there be more songs released before the album comes out?
Yes.
Yes.
Keep it simple. I like it. How many songs on the new album are you guys planning to play live? Or are there any that you
The ambition is always to play all of them.
Yeah.
Then you know,
Yeah.
like you take a big chunk of them on the first time you go out on tour, and then when you then you have a break, then you go out, and then you want to play the other half of them, like we did with, like we have always done. There's nothing. There's one song on Feathers and Flesh we didn't play right yet.
With the sun away.
Yeah,
I think it is.
It's
but I
on the
think-
way?
Pray the Sun Away. Everything else, and everything on Hail the Apocalypse we have played live.
Yeah.
Everything on Black Walls except for the song that is impossible to play live because we did the pitch shifting in the guitars done digitally.
I thought you guys weren't able to do Sky Burial. I remember
We did
us-
it.
I think we
Dropped it
did it
once,
once
yeah.
and it wasn't good, but we did
That-
play
that-
live.
That's what it was. I remember you
The
guys
heavy
working on
version
it for like weeks on tour, and it just wasn't clicking right for you guys.
We didn't
Right.
have the technology to have me sing on the stages we were playing, because the size of the stages at that of that particular tour made everything feedback. So so that was the reason for that.
That's
We
right,
might-
because Johannes does only live vocals.
Yes. Is
So,
just had to
for
think.
anyone who's ever questioned.
Well, I take that as a compliment, because I sound so pitch perfect and on time and remembering all the words every time so perfectly that sounds like on the album. You can
Are the new
any
costume.
YouTube clip and confirm this. Never being out of breath either, especially not on Eagle Has Landed.
I remember that show when you swallowed confetti.
Oh yeah. Live a revolution of two. Oh yeah.
Oh man, how many songs on the new album?
Wait and see.
Yeah, it's one of those things we don't want to give away quite
Yeah.
yet.
We don't want to give away too much.
You could probably figure it out if you tried hard enough, but I'm not.
I don't know.
There's
Um,
some in the beginning and some in the end of it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
then-
Have you guys ever considered doing a double album? That's a fun one.
Actually, while working on this one for a while,
Yeah.
we were talking about that again, finding that challenge and stuff. But then, yeah, now we feel the exact opposite of that. We went through a process where that was definitely discussed, but feel like I don't know if in general you have to have something very, very, very specific reasons. We only had let's make a long one. To do it, and like otherwise it's just otherwise you just don't have enough. Where was I going? I was got distracted mysteriously. A certain length, all the best albums, especially all the best metal albums, seems to be between, I don't know, 38 and 55 minutes, and we want it to be within that range.
Fair enough.
I've never been a
It's-
fan of double albums, to be honest. Feels like the second part might be, not getting as much attention as it should have, or getting a bit forgotten.
I like The Wall, but again, that was an album done for a reason like that. It feels to me.
What any particular gear, guitars, whatnot that you guys used on this album? Maybe you haven't used before, or you just really enjoy. You think it was perfect for what you did.
The Leslie.
People want to hear from
Yeah,
you.
the Leslie.
Jonas in that beautiful hat.
Yeah.
Something about the Leslie guys.
I thought Jonas was gonna say something. Sorry.
He said, "Yeah."
I thought you were
Oh,
gonna say something.
Yeah,
Jonah,
we used the Ibanez guitars. There were some 5150 PV. We used all different kinds of amps and
Yeah, we had a whole bunch.
switched around.
I can't remember all of them.
Does someone want to explain for the layman out there what is a Leslie? What
Yeah.
was the Leslie?
I guess it's like an old speaker for what the fuck
It's an
is
organ.
it called? Hammond organ.
Yes.
An organ.
So it's got a rotary thing, which makes the sound bubble. Really cool.
I played bass through it in one song. Sounds great.
Oh, that's cool.
Guitars and yeah,
I like it.
that's very wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes, that was something we're always at risk to overuse because that was fun and new.
Yeah.
And
Well,
also,
you know what this song needs? It needs.
and instead of adding effects and stuff digitally on the computer afterwards, everything is done with pedals and a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
effects.
That was very much the vibe of that studio, the equipment they had at hand, and just how they worked there. Again, the tape recorder and everything else there. It was all just analog, real stuff. So that kind of made this album be very analog and real in its content.
Very cool. Are you guys planning on any new signature guitars, or I guess maybe not a signature guitar, but a new custom guitars for this cycle?
Yeah,
We're working
eventually.
on it. Yeah.
But next
Yeah,
week
we'll
happens, so we'll see.
do something.
Yeah. This virus is making things go very slow.
I imagine there aren't a lot of people working Ibanez right now, eh?
Nope.
Fair enough. Well, there's more people asking when we can pre-order the album, and the answer is now. It's up on
Along with merch.
both merch stores, along with
Can
merch.
you say they can order now like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, you can order it now.
Oh, I
Get
love
to the
Thank you,
merch
Tim.
store. You're welcome.
very cheap.
Ooh, are we going to hear some more bass solos on the new album?
I wouldn't say solo, but there's a small lead.
Hey, there was
One
a cool
song.
little sneak preview.
Tristan Dill wonders why isn't Jonas talking?
I forgot how to English.
Yeah, same.
I've been in Sweden way too long now.
Tim, are you in Jonas' apartment?
No, I'm in a room.
The guy spoke up.
The room.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Would you guys consider doing a live stream of a performance?
Oh, David, you know I can't answer that. Anyway, how's your sex life?
Fantastic. Someone asked if I'm doing this from a closet. Not an
Actually answer what you or try to answer what you're saying. We are thinking a lot about in general what kind of fun, cool things we can do with this band when we can't do what we want to do the most. And we're trying to figure that out. So we don't know exactly yet what that will be. We want to make something really, really special happen in place of the touring that we have to wait with. Working on that.
Let's see. A lot of when are we coming back to wherever? The answer is eventually. We want to go back everywhere, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Statement.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like that holds true in perpetuity. So if anyone is ever like, "Hey, when are you going to come back here?" The answer is eventually, as soon as we can, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That is the right
Uh,
answer.
Have you guys had any unexpected, I don't know, not necessarily benefits, but the silver linings, I suppose, to quarantining? Anything positive come out of things for you? Time that you're getting to spend doing X, Y, Z?
I write music, every day.
I haven't been home for spring continuously, like none of us obviously then, for a long time I realized. So I don't know, I've been walking around like an old man watching the changing of seasons and liking it. I guess that's a silver lining.
I'm growing potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
I'm growing stuff too.
Between his butt cheeks.
What
John's
do you
not gonna wash until until the pandemic is over. He thinks that will, like, if he is more poisonous than the virus, he can't get sick.
Fair enough. Any new props you guys are considering to put on stage yet? I suppose anything you can
We
divulge.
need to come back to the stage.
Fair enough.
What's
Yeah,
the
exactly. It's kind of that whole project is kind of a bit on hold.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We did have a shit ton of dates, and we did have a very, very, very cool idea on what we intended of doing on stage. And yeah, then I suppose all of you read the news, and here we are.
Yeah.
We decided to release the album anyhow because, like, music.
Made it. We made the album, and loved the album. And you guys knew we were making an album, and there was discussions on a boardroom level, so to speak, like the strategies around wouldn't it be smarter to wait until we're closer to touring, but when do we tour, blah 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 blah. Who the fuck knows what will happen from one week to another. We know we made music that we want to put out there, and so that's why this is out now. But again, like the songs were designed to be played live. The songs were written to be shared with you guys like in person, and now we just have to wait with that. So therefore we don't really have as we kind of then pull on the handbrakes on the project of designing the live show, we don't have a real answer. But yeah, we were working on a lot of changes, of course. As you can tell, the vibe of the album is very, very different. So therefore, to do it justice live, the presentation needed to be different as well.
I like it. It's so many questions and a lot that we've already done. What have been your favorite moments of making Hunter Gatherer so far, whether it's music videos, recording, whatever?
I had a lot of fun a lot of the time.
Yeah.
If you go to avatarcountry.com and watch all the making of material that we put up there on avatarcountry.com, I feel like every second time I'm in frame, I talk about how tired I am and tired we are and burnt out we are. I guess that is when people picked up the camera to film, but it was intense. But it's just the whole one thing that I think we did very well this time, because now we've been around the block a couple of times now, was to trust the process, and accepting a bad day, accepting that certain things takes time to become good, and capturing those moments where suddenly everything goes fast. That whole recognizing where we're heading made, I think, way more of this album enjoyable than it has been in the past. Like all the anxieties were there, but we knew what they were. So yeah, so that made it.
Yeah, talking of Avatar Country, like I saw somebody asked, when is new stuff coming up on Avatar Country? And yeah, let's say this: we had a pretty cool plan on something that was going up on avatarcountry.com, but that kind of included us being able to travel and go places, and right now we are not. So we're working on other stuff to put up there. We have some stuff coming up very sure. I mean, this is the only thing we can do now for the near future, is to do fun stuff anywhere.
John, are there any new things that we plan on implementing that you can tease a little bit?
Lights.
No, I mean, as far as like avatarcountry.com goes, the fan club.
Yeah, I think we have some concepts very similar to what we're doing right now that is coming up. We did have the plans of doing the passports, the touring thing. Yeah, obvious reasons, and then we're working out other stuff. We have a making of Silence in the Age of Apes that Tim is working on, supposed to come up shortly.
Cool.
Yes. What was it like working with Cory Taylor? And we don't know, because we didn't work together. We hung out and had some fun and did some things, and for a couple of hours, and it was chill and great, and we laughed a lot. So we have no idea what it's like to work with Cory Taylor.
Someone else asked if working with him is perhaps a signal that we might be doing something with perhaps a project of his in the not so distant future.
What?
Someone's asking if we're going to tour with Slipknot because you guys were hanging out with Cory Taylor.
No, because there's a pandemic, and in general, so we're not going to tour with anyone.
Stop asking about tours. We don't know.
We get very, very sad.
That's fair. I think everyone's sad. The fans, you guys, everyone's just excited.
We're sad about. Don't make us sad. I said we're not sad now, because we just put out Silence in the Age of Apes. We're damn proud of it, and I got a cup with.
That's the biggest mug I've seen.
Beautiful.
How did you come up on reinventing your look with each new album cycle?
Uh,
Go there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It starts with the music, and it has to start with the music because it's all meant to make sense together, and whatever we do visually needs to be an extension of that. But then there are a couple of impulses across time. For instance, with these outfits, it was very important. Many of us in the band felt that we want to be able to move comfortably in these stuff this time, because we move a lot whether it's comfortable or not. So we figured it would be nice to, it would be a very cool thing to. Fuck, we got distracted.
Yeah.
It would be nice to be able to move, so that was important this time. And then the rest of the look and the feel of it, we just we hear the songs while we write them. And if I always said it in terms of, it goes for instance, like the way lyrics and vocals happen with our music is, whether no matter who writes the riff, is like the stuff that kind of triggers some kind of vision that you can visualize. The music that makes me see something have a very good chance of ending up on the album. And that seeing something that we feel and share in the band pushes the design of the stage, the music videos, the outfits, everything. It shows the direction. So it's all starts. The riff is always the main inspiration for everything, because it's metal, and metal is about riffs.
I pre-ordered the CD and vinyl, somebody said.
Oh, man.
Good job.
Do you want the fucking metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want the
If
metal.
you
That's
really
why
do,
they
and we'll
pre-order.
pay for it. We can add it to the pre-order, maybe.
I'll work
Should
on
sell
some.
medals to give people fucking medals for pre-ordering.
I'll see what I can do. Well, it looks like we need to wind things down a little bit here. One last question. This one's for our fearless leader, Johannes. Which wrestler influences your stage presence when you talk to the crowd, Johannes? Or I guess, is there one in particular?
I try to think if there's one. It's half-hour
We
answer.
wrestle.
Yeah. there are a couple, but I think the main influence must be Ric Flair, and not necessarily that it all comes from his style. He's more hip-hop, and I think rappers have learned more from what he's done specifically. But hearing him and Jake the Snake Roberts talk about the craft of, well, in their case, ring psychology and promos, and translating that to what we do on stage, they have shared good little tidbits of knowledge throughout the years in interviews. So therefore, they are huge influences. Style-wise, I don't know. It's probably a whole bunch of them, probably mainly from people from childhood, those who are back here somewhere all the time. So I don't know, Hulk Hogan. But Ric Flair is the man.
All right. Well, that'll do it. Everyone, it's been a wonderful time hanging out, asking you questions, and let's do this again soon, eh?
Thank you so much, people.
Yes, we'll be back. And again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the pre-orders. Thank you for all your support, and it helps. It's tough times for everybody, and it's tough times for people working in culture, for people working in music and stuff, because we can't come out and see you. So your support really helps us keep the band going until we can see each other.
Cool looking.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
ordering whatever you do.
We lift our hats to you, all of us in the band who give a fuck about the band and therefore showed up with hats.
Fuck.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good evening, and we are out.